Alright, my name is Greg Hanks. This is my campaign adventure book, Adventures in Valeria. I want to tell you a little bit about it. It's compatible with Daggerheart. It's been my passion project for a while now. I am not a big publishing company. I am one person, and I asked one of my best friends to illustrate this. And I think she did a really good job. This is nice. Anyway, I want to tell you a little bit about the book. So in the tone and feel of this book is there's some real danger going on, but it's not nonstop action, and it's not every moment is life or death and super serious. It's lighthearted. There aren't a lot of gruesome details because I don't like those, so I didn't put any in. There's room for sidetracks and detours and tangents, and then the script is right there for you when you want to get back to it. The book is carefully organized to help you do exactly that. One of the chapters that I like the best and want to highlight is Chapter 2. That's the Session 0, where you and your players set some expectations and some rules and some limits together for good play. I've written several different things. One of the things you'll see in here are pictures of 3D minis. The art credits at the end tell you the 3D model creators if you want to go find more of those, but my friends and I, the group that I play with, we bought the minis and printed them and painted them and then have used them in our own gameplay, and I thought they would look pretty cool here in the book, so there they are. As you can see, the table of contents is organized, and you can quickly find and get back to the places you need. One of my favorite places is Aria's Rare Goods. I like that store. Aria is interesting, and your players may or may not ever figure out quite what makes her interesting. You will know, and they might figure it out. There's the regional map of Valeria. It's at the front as well, at the beginning of the book as well. There's the regional map, and in Chapter 6, players travel down to Tokumez's tower down here. And here is a map of each floor of his tower. Players spend a lot of time in the metropolis of Valeria. It's a city-state, and it's the central city like Athens or Sparta was. But they also travel around in the region, and one of the places they go here in Chapter 13 is the Dwarven Mountains, the Stone Spire. Something happens to the dwarves there, and one of them sends for help, and hopefully your adventurers will want to go help. Each chapter is very organized. It always starts with an overview for your review, location information, which you can usually read to your players, and then scenes that are think of the scenes as the script that you can depart to, adapt, use as you want. You probably have more information than you need, right? There's plenty of writing here, but it's broken up into little chunks, and the table of contents lets you jump around. There's one of my favorite minis, and here are some of the monsters that players are going to meet, or at least they've heard about, inhabit Greater Tihong Island, and we'll see what they do with that. One of the things in sometimes playing books, they mention the same NPC again, but I can't remember much about them, and they assume that I do, so I just didn't do that. I give people here at the end, here's an appendix with all the NPCs that show up in more than one chapter, so you can refer back to them as you need. And then I did the same thing with organizations and ancestries. Here's House Moth, so that you have those details if you need them. You may not need them, you may not want them, you can change them, you can add your own, whatever you like, but it's there, the resources are there if you need. So this is a full-up campaign book. It's about 342 pages long. The PDF that I'm showing you is the fancy one with the parchment-looking background and all the art in the file, but there's also a very plain PDF for easier printing and faster opening if you want to use that instead. You get them all, you use whichever ones you want. Anyway, I think if you'll get started with the campaign book, you and your players, I think it's just what you're looking for, and you can have a great time. Find it on TTRPG.